Worried about your drinking? Reserve your place on today's free Quit Drinking webinar and get a copy of my best-selling book, Alcohol Lied to Me, as a gift just for turning up. www.stopdrinkingexpert.com. Hey, how you doing? This is Craig Beck, the author of Alcohol Lied to Me and the creator of stopdrinkingexpert.com, a website that helps people just like you to escape the loop of problem drinking. Today, in the Happy Sober podcast, I wanted to talk about alcohol. Wow, what a shocker. No, but specifically, I wanted to talk about how you feel it should be affecting you. I just did a coaching session with a very successful entrepreneur from the United States, actually quite famous, but I won't mention his name. And he said to me, Craig, look, I have this lurking feeling at the back of my head that I need to quit drinking. I'm drinking every day, and if I'm honest with you, I can't imagine not drinking. He said, so I kind of have this doubt that this is not good for me and I need to get it out of my life. He said, but I have a problem. He said, I look at my life. He said, I'm a successful businessman. I earn very good money, have a nice home, have a nice car, have no debt, have a beautiful wife, have a 5-month-old baby girl. I take vacations 3 times a year, 5-star hotels. He said, I look around my life and I don't see destruction and damage and awful things happening. And I'm thinking, so why give up? And that's what I wanted to talk about today. Because the reason this drug is so very good at what it does, which is kill people, is because it is painfully patient. This is the most patient serial killer you've ever seen. They could not make a TV show like Dexter about alcohol. It would be so boring. Alcohol will sit and watch you for a decade and not do anything at all, just silently watching you. And then it gets to work. This drug is like no other in that regard. And that's how it kills 3 million people every year, according to the World Health Organization. Now, when you're drinking, you tend to think, yeah, Craig, but they're stupid people. They're down and outs. They're people who are from broken homes. That's not me. It's not 3 million stupid people. It's just 3 million people. And in 14 years of doing this, all the thousands of people I've met, not once have I ever come to the conclusion, well, you're just stupid. That's not my experience. I meet intelligent, successful, loving individuals who just can't get out of the loop. And the problem we have here is that we have a perception of what an alcohol problem looks like, and then we have the reality. And the two don't look the same. The perception is what is created for us by the media, by Hollywood, by TV shows. So what is the agreed upon Hollywood portrayal of an alcoholic? Okay, it's stumbling about, slurring words, falling over, lost his job, lost her job, lost their husband or their wife, lost their home, sleeping on a park bench, drinking alcohol out of a brown paper bag, disheveled, dirty, crumpled clothes. Isn't that the Hollywood image of an alcoholic? Yeah? And why? Because they're lazy. Generally being an alcoholic is not the whole theme of the movie. It's just a trait that this character in the movie has. So they just need to quickly demonstrate, oh, he or she is an alcoholic. So let's paint him with the colors that everyone agrees is the colors of an alcoholic. Yeah. So then when we get into problems with our own drinking, we start comparing this image to our own. We start saying, but hang on a minute. I've got a home, I've got a job, I've got a wife, I've got a husband, I've got a car on the drive, we're going on vacation next week and the kids seem fine, and it doesn't look like what an alcoholic looks like. That looks pretty good. So maybe, just maybe, the alcohol is a benefit in my life. Maybe it's not a negative after all. And we reach that conclusion because alcohol actually, how annoying. Why do flies do that? If flies just sat on the wall quietly, we'd let them live, wouldn't we? But now, because they insist on, anyway. Um, so alcohol, what it doesn't want to do is actually take you to the Hollywood version of an alcoholic. It doesn't really want to drag you down that far. Because if it started dragging you down that far, the chances are you'd go, stop. Whoa, what's happening? Okay, reverse, stop drinking. My life's going down the gutter. I better do something about this. Alcohol doesn't want you to do anything about this. It wants you to sit quietly and let it kill you. Don't struggle. Don't fight back. Just sit quietly and let it kill you. And so, what alcohol actually aims to do is not to take you to rock bottom, but to hold you in suspended animation and a kind of feeling, a period of your life that you would describe as mediocre. It's not disastrous, but it's not brilliant. You're holding down a job, but you're not the best in your field. You're a parent, but you're not the best parent you could be. You're a husband, you're a wife, but you're not the best partner. You see what I mean? That's what alcohol wants to do. It wants to grab you and hold you in a place of mediocre so that you have these moments of going, oh, I'm miserable. I don't like my life. But it's not so dramatic. You're not so empowered to make change that you actually do something. You just grumble about it and then you start trying to find reasons why it's okay to carry on and so on and so on. That's what alcohol's so good at. And this guy I was coaching, he said to me, he said, Craig, I don't get it. He said, you talk about this evil clown that lives in our head, and you talk about it like it has intelligence, like it has a brain or something, like alcohol has a brain. That's not true. I said, of course it's not true. Alcohol is the discharge from rotting vegetables. That's all it is. But what it has access to is your intelligence. It has no intelligence of its own, but it's using your intelligence against you. It knows everything about you, knows all your secrets, knows what motivates you, knows what you're passionate about, knows what you hate, what you like, what you love, what you're scared of. And it creates a story based on all that information that you tell yourself to justify your drinking. And because you have handcrafted this narrative for yourself, nothing seems more believable. Nothing makes more sense. So to this guy I'm coaching, that voice is saying, but you're a successful guy. You've got a nice car, nice house, nice wife, nice life. You don't need to quit drinking. Look around you. Everything's great. And that's the narrative that works for him. He listens to that and he goes, yeah, makes sense. And I can look around and I can prove it. The story that alcohol tells you might be different. It might play on your depression or your anxiety or former trauma from life or self-doubt or fear or health or whatever. It will create a story and you will hear it and you'll go, yeah, that makes sense. And you'll say things to yourself like, well, I'm holding down a job. I can't be an alcoholic. In fact, I just got a pay rise. How can an alcoholic do that? I never want to drink in the morning. I never get up in the morning and want to drink alcohol. Well, that means I'm not an alcoholic. I can go weeks without a drink. If I want to, I could go a month without a drink. Surely an alcoholic would not be able to do that. And so we create all this bullshit that seems entirely plausible, and we tell it to ourselves and we go, yay, carry on. All the time missing that this is the whole point. This is the whole goal of alcohol. Not to crush you into a heap on the floor, but to hold you in a stasis of mediocre. You've got a job, but you're not, you're nowhere near as high in the company as you should be. You're not earning nearly anywhere near what you should be earning. you're in a relationship and it's okay. All right. You know, you're not going to get divorced or anything like that. But are you seriously, passionately in love and, you know, devoted to each other? Well, chances are if alcohol's a big player in your life, it's stealing 30% of your time, attention, and love. 30% of your love is going into the bottle. Because that's all you're thinking about. You're spending the whole day thinking, oh, I'm going to have a good old drink tonight. You're not thinking, oh, I can't wait to see my wife. Oh, I can't wait to see my husband. You're thinking about the bottle. Ergo, it's stealing 30% of that attention that you would give to your other half. So I hope that gives you a kind of slightly different view of things, maybe a little bit of clarity on what's really going on, because the whole alcohol thing is an illusion. It's a performance. And if you currently still believe that there is a benefit to alcohol, it just means that you're still one of the actors on the stage. And your method, my friend, you believe this story, you're committed to it. You never come out of character. You believe that alcohol is a benefit. But the problem is there are people like me and thousands of other newly sober people sitting in the audience going, wow, what a show. What a performance. What an illusion. Because that's all it is. All right, look, that's it for today. I just wanted to share that with you because, coaching sessions are strange things. You know, people pay me to coach them, but often I get just as much out of it as they do. Don't tell them, they might want a discount. And I did that coaching session this morning and I've been thinking about it ever since. So I just wanted to share it with you. Thanks for being with me today. I'd love to hear your comments below. And don't forget, if you're new, click that subscribe button and also like this episode as well. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Worried about your drinking? Reserve your place on today's free Quit Drinking webinar and get a copy of my best-selling book, Alcohol Lied to Me, as a gift just for turning up. www.stopdrinkingexpert.com